What intro?
What's up? There's no intro. So hi. That's how we start up the. Honestly, I'm gonna start it when you say well, there's no intro. We're gonna keep this in. Welcome to the Untitled podcast. We have still no intro. There'll be one, maybe.
Who
Maybe this will
knows?
become the intro. We'll
Mm.
find out. I commissioned one of my friends to give us an intro tune, but he hasn't come back with it yet. So we'll see if that ever gets done. Now, on today's episode, I'm going to be pissing people that like rum off because I'll be blending Diplomatico, the expensive version, with Coke. And if you don't like that, fight me. And yes, there is ice in there.
The worst part
Come at me
is,
in the
the worst
comments.
part is, he's not even using Mexican Coke.
No, I'm not using Mexican Coke. How about that? I'm already down quite a bit, and this is a huge glass, so that's like enough to kill about an elephant. It's like 40% rum.
All right, so to start off, I want to go a little bit away from CS because I want to touch
Ooh.
back on what I forgot last time.
Right. The thing we never talked about.
Yes. So what I forgot
And no
about
one's mentioned.
what I forgot about last time was ALGS and the entire issue that was going around them. And the only reason I remembered it is because we were talking about James Banks. All right.
Right.
So, essentially, the entire situation with that was they had a few people that came for the Apex tournament here in the U.S. It was in Raleigh, and if you haven't heard James Banks yell Raleigh, it's definitely got to go and go back and listen to it. It's hilarious. But
Link
yeah,
in
so
the description if I remember.
yeah, but he actually did it. He was at that tournament before he went to go do the playoff stage of Cologne.
Right.
But what was happening with this ALGS tournament is that they had a COVID outbreak with a lot of
Oh,
the
God.
players. And because, they're positive for COVID and because it was a stage environment, they were not allowed to play on stage.
Fuck.
And the thing is, not every team in Apex has subs. Most of them have coaches, but they do not have subs.
In the same way CS teams.
Yeah,
Some of them, but yeah.
but in terms of Katowice and how FaZe was able to get JKS for both ROPS and then Rain,
Right.
the issue that was happening was there was a lot of players and mainly their massive fan bases who were complaining that they weren't allowed to play from a hotel room.
Right.
Now,
Very similar to the ESL situation at the time then.
yes, but the main issue that I have right now is they were trying to have somebody play from a hotel room in a battle royale style game, all right, where there is 20 teams, and each team is 3 people,
Yeah.
and they were trying to do that while playing a stage game from a hotel room, which
How do you even do stage games in that environment? Jesus.
you have a stage. Sometimes it's tiered, but you have.
Oh, sick!
But it essentially what they'll do is I didn't get to see the stage in Raleigh, but because I wasn't really watching all that much. Because Apex, I love playing the game. The esport is boring as hell, except for like the last minute or two, maybe when everything.
When everything goes down?
Yeah.
The problem with Battle Royale games where when the level gets good enough, everyone hides the whole game, and then at the end everything happens.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll have it they'll have it to where there's different levels, and then they'll have a sort of partition between all the desks, and you'll have your 3 players next to each other. Then you'll have a wall, and then you'll have the next team on either side.
That's sick. That is sick.
But like CS, they have admins, and they have people watching them to make sure they're not cheating, because since it is a first-person shooter, walls, aimbot.
War 2K. Sorry, I had a weird sneeze there. Allegedly.
But yeah, so I personally thought that the players and their fan bases were complaining too much because in CS, if you're positive for COVID, you cannot play on stage,
Yeah,
and
we can.
and you know you can't play from a hotel room if it's a stage. If it's time for the event to go on stage, they were not
Yeah,
going to
like
let
same thing
Rain
with Rain.
play
Yeah,
from
exactly.
hotel room
It's pretty
on
common
while
decency.
the rest of the team was playing on stage. Pretty common.
Yeah, makes perfect
It's
sense.
something, and the thing is that I understand that it's not everybody doesn't control whether or not they'll get COVID. Um, we have some people from the Discord who went to Cologne, and I know there's one specific person who ended up after 2.5 years catching
Getting COVID?
COVID. Yeah, and it's like
Yeah,
you can't really control getting it. So I understand that they feel, you know, cheated out of an experience, but still,
yeah. Ultimately, it is what it is.
yeah. But yeah, I just felt like they were being bitches and complaining.
Hot take corner. Literally, we just started the episode and you're already calling people bitches. We're 6 minutes in, we've already pissed off everyone.
Yeah.
God damn it. Last episode was Brazil, this episode it's everyone in Apex Legends.
I mean, they
But
could.
did you see the thing with Hbox, Hungry Box from Liquid,
No.
during the Melee tournament? So during one of the Melee events, also if you play Melee, hit me up, I'll destroy you on Slippy. During one of the Melee events, he coughed up blood and was told he either had COVID or a bacterial infection. And he did a quick self-test, tested negative on COVID, and next day he played on stage, if I remember correctly. And like that is kind of not really cool when you cough up blood, maybe have COVID, and just use a self-test and immediately go on stage.
Oh my god.
So he had to apologize on Twitter about it.
Oh, now that you're reminding me of, then I'm still thinking about the Apex community. There was another instance that happened recently where, an entire team was disqualified. All
Has he
right.
played with COVID?
No, because he teabagged his own teammate. Apparently, that's toxic behavior.
What? I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to I'm gonna have to lower the volume of my own laugh there.
Man, I kind of
What
want to
the
find
fuck?
it. Apex player team.
What is this? Oh, that joke I can't make actually.
Player. Yeah, 5 days ago, Apex player Dilly was banned from tournament for teabagging their own teammate.
Not to sound like a right-wing extremist or anything, but damn, people are soft these days.
Yeah. So, even after learning the tournament admin saw him teabagging the Boxers teammates and immediately decided to ban the entire team. The admin stated that the tournament was trying to create a safe space for all gamers, and players can expect to come into a professional tournament and teabag opponents. Even after learning that the death box that he teabagged was his own teammate, and the team claimed there was no toxicity present, but rather a team just joking around with each other, the tourney admin stood by his ban, even going so far as to shut down the entire tournament server. Sportsmanship, the admin said. You
Jesus.
cannot go into any organized sport and teabag your teammates, so why would you come to an organized tournament and go do something like that?
Have you seen CSGO? Pretty sure it happens all the time.
The BM.
Brokey kills his own teammates.
Not to mention the whole part of shooting somebody's body while they're
Yeah, which constantly happens.
yeah.
Or Brokey doing this during an event, or Twist screaming "Sit the fuck
yeah.
down," or Keota, or all of that. Counter-Strike is probably the best esports for this shit, because we are the most accustomed to it. Because part of it is because the scene has always been a little bit toxic, and part of it is because it's just fun. It's good fun, isn't it? Like having CS players have a little more flair, like Twist, being the doing that shit on stage, and Brokey doing the shit he does, slapping Rain's arm allegedly.
No,
That's what it's all about.
Slippery when wet.
I'm on Team Brokey on that one, but I'm always on Team Brokey. Have you seen him, dude? That like Brokey Reddit video that was recently shared in the FaZe Discord, link down below, where like he looked like a baby during one of the clips. It's so weird seeing like young Brokey. He looked like an actual child at the time, compared to how he looks now.
Yeah. Oh wow.
What happened?
So I don't know if you've seen it, but from a Twitter account, top 5 rated FaZe players ever:
Nico,
Rops,
Brops.
Twist, Brokey, Guardian.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's Brokey up there with 500 maps played. Wait, Brokey has played more maps than Guardian?
Hey, he's been on the team since like 2019.
He's played 20, 25, no. Guardian 484, Brokey 509. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of maps. That's
Brokey's
wild.
played a lot. Like, straight up, Brokey's played a fuck ton of Counter-Strike with FaZe. Because he played with Nico. He played on like the last 3 renditions of this team. So it makes complete sense. It's
Yeah.
just that Guardian, because of how long he was in the team, it feels a lot longer. But there was a lot of periods there where it wasn't as much activity.
I'm looking at some of these stats, and like, you know, most headshots so far in 2022, the top 5 players versus top 20 opponents: Twist,
Is it Twists?
Config, Deca, FaZe, FaZe Rain,
Is Bit not on there anymore?
Rain, and Rops. No.
Damn, Bit's status as headshot machine is falling.
Well, it's pure headshot numbers.
Oh, okay.
So with less maps played, makes sense.
Fair enough. See, I think that Twist is probably the best headshot player in CS, even when Bit was on it. Just because if you look at Bit's gameplay compared to Twist's, the way Twist hits head is very different to the way Bit does it. When Bit does it, it's more clean. Like, clean sprays more even, or like one taps. Whereas Twist, even when he's spraying, headshots, op shots, headshots, everything he does just goes straight to the head.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to it, you cannot unsee it. I promise this. Look at this the next time you watch FaZe. Twist only goes for the head with any gun. It's fucking wild. His mechanics are unmatched in terms of that shit. Oh, did you see that clip of Brokey destroying the Blast Performance map?
No.
No?
No.
It's in the same video I mentioned. He like went Blast during the online era had a performance map that they did.
The movement one?
Not even just the movement one, but it was everything, and he destroyed it. His movement especially.
The one from Spring Groups last year?
I
One
cannot
where
remember.
Is it the one where like he's like doing the headshot shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched that when it came out like a year ago.
He destroyed.
Yeah.
Brokey is one of the more like I don't even think he's that like he's very good talent wise, but he's just such a grinder. If you look at the way he used to play compared to now and the way he's improved, I don't think there's many players in the CS scene that have had as much of like a improvement arc and general improvement as Brokey has. His movement's gone up so much in the last few years.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, look at the clip that he hit on Nip and mid with the op
Oh
and,
my
and
god.
Tech 9.
Dude, I was at the major, and people next to me were like this. Like, genuinely shock on people's faces. Especially, like, the TLDR guys, which, it's a big TLDR, gotta be in every episode. They were just like,
Yeah.
people were in disgust because of what he did. Like, they, even Get Right, the clip he did was just, he was like this because of the way Nip handled that and the way Brokey played it.
Yeah.
I need more CS. Player break's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, but they all deserve a break. I mean, they've played so much professional CS.
For sure.
So
long year.
some reports are coming out that it looks like FNX might be out of Imperial.
Is he going to where?
No clue. All I see is that there
He's
was.
out?
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
Whoa, camera issue. Oopsie. That's staying in though. Hold on, we're fixing this live. This is live troubleshooting. Keep going.
Yeah.
No need to stop.
There is a Brazilian website that's talking about how FNX is looking to leave.
Oh, he's looking himself to leave.
So they're saying Imperial is preparing for changes in the second half. Should FNX leave? This website has learned that Imperial is already moving behind the scenes looking for a replacement for the veteran.
Okay, so the music has stopped in the Brazilian Last Dance, and we're going down to the late night club, and nothing good happens past 2 a.m. It's basically what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Imperial had their chance to surprise.
Are we gonna piss Brazil off again?
No,
Not again. Not 2 episodes in a row.
No, I think that Imperial had their time to do surprise, and
At the major.
Yeah, and if they plan on doing anything, like trying to compete for tournaments, I think that they need a massive overhaul.
Agreed.
And that is where
Honestly,
I'll leave it.
Like I said last time, the Brazilian scene really needs a revamp, and I'm gonna also keep it there because I don't want mad Brazilians again.
So let's talk about why best of 5 finals are the best.
Oh, sure. let's piss off all of CS Twitter.
Why best of 5 finals are the best, and why.
Did you read that article? Why Major should have best of 5 finals?
No, I did not, but I agree.
Yeah, me neither, but I saw it. So yeah, best of 5 finals. If the FaZe Navi final was a BO3, Navi would have won that. Interestingly enough.
Yes.
And we wouldn't have gone. Well, to be fair, it's a false equivalency because the FIDA would have been different. But
not to mention the maps would have been different.
Yeah, that's what I said. The FIDA would have been different.
Oh,
I
thought you said the feel of it would have been different. That's
no,
what
the
I heard.
FIDA would have been different.
Oh yeah.
The FIDA would have been different. Different maps would have been played. But ultimately, if you think about it, right, best of 5 finals are endurance, or show the ability of your team to keep going, tactical depth, map pool depth. It does find which team is the better CS team, because ultimately, the team that has the better map pool deserves to win.
And you cannot have 5 players each have their own life game on different maps. It's it takes some of that out of it. Honestly, one of the players who surprised me, and one of the reasons that they won some of the maps was
talking about FaZe or Navi?
Navi.
Would it be Young?
Young, yeah. And I feel
honestly, shout out Young. On Nuke, he was one of the only Navi players still performing. For someone who hasn't, as far as I'm aware, played at more than one BO5 final, his endurance kept on it. Not
to mention, I'm pretty sure he was pretty active in actually getting them, the 12-3 half on Ancient, the first half.
He was solid on it.
If I remember, because he ended at the very bottom of the scoreboard. And honestly, Ancient is one of those maps that if you look at all the ratings and such, it should have gone to FaZe.
Yeah, but that's only because FaZe's comeback was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Twist showed up so hard in regulation in the second half and then disappeared in overtime. And that was kind of why FaZe lost the overtime. Because you can see Vaps woke up for this episode.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit. I'm not tired, but my body's like, hey man.
Honestly, this is the most
Scuffed
podcast episode because we're both out of it in completely different ways.
Yeah.
But shout out Young. I hope Navi keep him. I hope he gets a chance. The way he performed in Nuke was fucking brilliant because Navi have never had a best of 5 final not go 3-0. And they're not used to the endurance that it takes.
Yeah.
And Young was really keeping it up.
And you have to think that FaZe as a team is not G2. You're not going to tilt and mold them into a 3-0 win.
They don't roll over easily.
Yeah.
As Ancient showed.
Yeah. And Ancient was quite the map.
Oh boy.
Nuke was quite the map. 14-14 Canada,
Yeah. Dude, that map was fucking... I was watching it in a unspecified location in Amsterdam that sells greenery. And I was actually popping off hype-wise in public because of how insane Twist shots were at the end.
Yeah.
When he cleared electronic, I literally yelled so loud that people were looking at me.
Dude, I was like, oh my god, he didn't see him, and then he saw him, and then he turned around and killed him. I was like, let's go. And then somebody did a video on Twitter about what electronic would have been hearing at that time. You can barely hear him, and that's without voice comms
Oh yeah,
coming
fair
through.
enough.
So just game sounds. There was a bunch of Yuto going off at almost the exact same time as when Twist dropped. And honestly, based on where he was standing, there's always a chance that he could have thought, oh, the drop was inside of lobby.
Really?
Since he was so
Sick.
far up. Because you can hear people dropping from lobby, like inside
Yeah.
of lobby from there.
Yeah, because Nuke's audio is weird. Like Nuke, the audio fix they tried to use with the bomb has not worked for me. I still don't know where the bomb is.
Dude, it's a little bit iffy.
Like, do you know the difference between the bomb sounds that Valve added?
No?
Because I can't tell the difference.
There's
a
different bomb
difference.
sounds?
Yeah, the bomb on A and B makes different noises on Nuke.
I had no clue.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference, but it exists.
You know what's a gun that I want to come into meta just for shits and
TBYs.
giggles? No, the R8.
Oh no, not you as well. One of my best friends always fucking talks about about the R8. He keeps using it when we play Wingman together, and I want this gun to die already.
And here's the thing. If they were to buff the right hand, like the right click accuracy,
So
just
no
a
one ever
little
uses
bit,
the Deagle.
just a little bit, it would overtake the Deagle only because it is a 2-shot kill instead of a 3 that the Deagle now is. I don't use the R8. I can't bring myself to use it. I don't
'Cause
like.
it's
I don't
garbage.
like. I don't like the trigger timer, but I have seen some clips with the R8. I have played some like meme games with the R8, and honestly, it's good.
You make me want to drink more.
Honestly, dude, the R8 is good, but it's
The R8
It's
has
too
its
bad.
things. If
It's
you
too-
pre-fire with it, it's fine. But hitting Deagle 1Ds on that precise, like, instant shot is so much better than anything you can do with the R8. The R8 just lacks that, like, chutzpah, you know? It just doesn't have it.
yeah.
Also, shout out to Taskmaster for bringing the word chutzpah so deeply into my brain that I will never not be able to think about it ever again. That TV show has ruined me.
Oh my god, dude! They have full episodes here to watch on YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah, that's where I watch it as well.
Gotcha.
Dude, it's good. It's too good. Because I would, like, not sleep because I'm just watching Taskmaster. I was watching... Like, I keep watching the series where James Acaster is in it. Because he's one of my favorite comedians.
Okay.
The entire cast is so chaotic that I cannot watch... Like, I cannot look away when they're doing shit.
Yeah, there's one of the newer seasons has what's his name? He has his own TV show and everything where he does like the news but comedy.
Oh, I don't... I know it's... I think I know who you mean. But I can't bring... Is it the bald guy?
No,
Oh.
no, he's not bald.
Fuck, then I... Okay, I don't know. but
Russell Howard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a season that he has Russell Howard on, and honestly, like, dude, his stuff is so funny sometimes. Like, I've watched his the Russell Howard Hour. That's what his show is.
Right. That's the guy with, like, the hair that kind of always parted this way,
Yeah,
and the glasses sometimes and sometimes not.
and the speech impediment. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, speech impediment isn't even that big of a deal. I never seem to notice it unless it's, like, very comedically timed.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
man,
on QI, I think, once when I watched it. I have a huge thing for British panel shows. I think that's why my accent keeps getting more and more British. Because I keep watching British Mate, honestly, mate, it's brilliant, innit? It's brilliant, honestly. It's fucking... Gash, innit? Gash is bad, I don't know why it's...
I don't
England!
know what you're saying.
Come on, England! Score some fucking goals! That, I've reached that point.
Ooh, you want so you said you want to piss off everybody today, right?
Let's get it.
You want to talk about the World Cup?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Last week I said no football. This week I say fuck it. We're gonna ruin everyone. We're gonna destroy it. We're gonna say fuck it. So,
I know what team is losing out of Group A.
let me get the groups up.
I know it's A4, by the way, A4.
Okay, yes. Oh, fuck you. Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it. Don't say it. Alright. Alright. Let's say this, alright? The Netherlands are going to either be horrible or they're going to surprise everyone. There's no difference.
You know
they're
what?
Gonna be
You know what
like they
team
could
is
make the
gonna surprise?
semifinal.
Ecuador.
Nah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nah.
This time, yeah.
Valencia isn't good enough anymore. I don't think they're gonna do it. Honestly, if I have to say, Group A, Senegal and Netherlands are gonna roll it. I think England and Wales are gonna make it out of B. I think USA is just gonna upset everyone again. Poland, Argentina, Mexico. Damn, that one's tough.
Poland and Argentina. That's it.
No, because Poland are historically World Cup bottlers. Damn, Mexico might just like do it there though, right? Then again, damn, this is tough. All right, World Cup wise, who do you think's winning it?
Who I think is winning it? I mean, I've
The
got to
whole
go.
tournament.
I've got to go for Uruguay. I've got to. I've got to.
Come on. Okay,
I've
now
got to.
realistically.
No, for real.
Really?
Yeah. If as long as we don't get a Brazil matchup in like the early, as long as they're on the other side of the bracket, we will be fine. We'll make it far deep run into the tournament. I think if we go
I
against,
get your bias, but no.
well, dude, I mean the Uruguay team's pretty cracked.
You want
Especially with the new coach. The new coach has changed up a lot of things. The issue we were having with the old coach is he wasn't letting the old team go, so he kept on putting players who were getting into their mid 30s, early 30s, at in football at that age you're kinda past your prime.
Unless your name is Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah.
I mean, even him, he's
Yeah,
well,
but he still scored 22 goals in the Premier League last season. Fair enough to him.
yeah, but he's when the entire team plays for you.
Yeah, but despite that, he's still a phenomenal footballer at his age. He's 37.
No, yeah.
Like him and Ibrahimovic are special cases.
Yeah.
But all right, you want my hot take?
Yeah.
The real group of death is Group F.
I think it's H. Belgium is, dude. I've already explained this.
H is Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea.
Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay. Korea can sometimes surprise.
Honestly, no, because I'm gonna say that like Ghana isn't good enough. Think about group thingy-majiggy. Think about Group F, all right?
Group F.
Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. Croatia, last time's World Cup finalist. Morocco, a team full of talented players. Canada, a team that's starting to get their golden era. And Belgium, a team that's been like consistently FIFA World Ranking #1 just because of like.
Okay, but you know why they're World Ranking #1? Have you
Just
seen who they play? Have you seen who they play against?
Yeah. Same for England. England play like countries with less inhabitants than my town. But like look at that group. There's all 4 of those teams could upset every other person in that group. I think that's the group of death. There's no one in that I think won't be able to win any matches, whereas I think like every other group has a team that could probably just get destroyed.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I personally think that out of Group F, the teams that are going to make it are going to be Canada and Croatia. I have zero belief in Belgium. I think that Belgium is a hyperinflated team that is nowhere near as good as people make them out to be. I think I wouldn't even put them in my top 10 ranking worldwide.
Damn! The Belgians are going to be mad at that.
I genuinely don't think that Belgium is a good team. Honestly, I think that if you were to put even Spain. If you were to put Belgium versus Spain, I think Spain would have a good chance of beating Belgium. I think Belgium is just absolutely trash.
Oh no, so many people are gonna be mad at this. Vaps! Oh, we shouldn't have started talking about football. We're gonna get destroyed on Twitter. Everyone, I'm gonna get added by Belgium lover 6969 waffles, and it's gonna be like Belgium gonna win World Cup, idiot, and it's gonna be horrible.
That's fine.
To be fair, Belgium are good, I'd say. Like,
Oh,
it's
I would
really-
I would put him in the top 20. I just wouldn't put him in the top 10.
Vaps, you're doing this to me as well. I'm complicit in this because I'm on the podcast with you. Don't do this to me, goddammit. Okay, World Cup final. Given the draw works out, will be Netherlands Brazil. Winner is gonna be Brazil. Louis van Gaal magic.
Listen, man.
Think about
it.
it.
Here's the thing. What people don't want to accept is that going back, not talking about this World Cup, going back to 2010.
Right.
All right. I don't know if you have you watched the whole Uruguay Ghana game? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
With
with Luis Suarez, yes.
Okay. Have you watched the minute leading up to that?
No, because I don't care.
So there is a foul called that is not a foul. The dude's like 3 meters away from him.
This is such bullshit. Let's
No.
not. No.
No,
Vaps,
no,
I'm canceling
legit.
this.
No.
This is
You
not
can-
happening.
No,
This is
for real.
not
You
happening
can watch
on
the video.
podcast.
You can watch the
I'm
video.
editing this. You can keep going. I can cut it out.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. But there's a period where the guy is like 3
Fuck
meters
this.
away
I'm going
from
in
him.
VR. I don't want to deal with this reality.
He's like 3 meters away from him, and he just falls. He trips over himself, falls. The ref calls a foul. They're like, what the fuck? So he gives him a free kick. All right, and then on the free kick, on 3 different occasions, all right, they should be offsides, but they never call it.
This sounds like copium to me. Just trying to make Luis Suarez seem like the good guy, which is, as a United fan, not something I will tolerate.
I mean, he was a good guy. He put it all on the line.
He also said the N-word.
No. I know exactly what you're talking about. He did not say the N-word.
Oh, let's not get into this. This is absolutely not happening on this episode, Fabs. We're not talking about this.
All right, back to the best of 5 final.
Back to Germany. Germany's going 1944, and they're gonna steamroll. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. No, I said nothing. Okay. Realistically though, back to real educated football chat, and not delusions. Brazil has a good chance of winning this World Cup.
Yeah.
Brazil, their team isn't even that good for Brazil standards. It's just that so many other countries are in this really awkward stage, and I think France is going to win it again.
I don't think so. I think that France got lucky last time.
Well, yeah. I mean, Croatia had a bunch of bad luck in the final, even aside.
Well, no, I think that France had really good luck against Uruguay with an injured team. Look, man, had Pepe not intentionally injured Cavani, I think it would have been a much different game.
Yeah, but you're playing against Pepe, so it's always going to happen. You can't say that. It's like saying if I didn't walk into this hurricane, I would still be alive. Come on,
I mean, you could be alive.
Pepe is actively. If play against Pepe, assume one of your players gets injured and he doesn't even get a card for it.
Yeah.
Because that's the way he's always been and the way he will always be.
All
Can I just say we've talked about nothing of value and we're already down 30 minutes?
Yeah, okay, back to Cologne. Alright, back to Cologne.
Oh, Cologne! We didn't even talk about Cologne! We haven't mentioned Cologne once this episode.
Yeah, we have. We talked about the best of 5 final.
Oh, yeah, but that's a whole different thing we were talking about.
So, hot take. I think they need to rework MVPs.
Oh, yeah. But that's mostly because Simple keeps winning them.
I think that MVPs should be playoff only.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that they should they should definitely give out EVPs for the entire tournament.
I can agree with that.
But I think that MVP should be, built on the entire tournament. Or sorry, not the entire tournament, just playoffs. Because
there's a genuine chance someone from HLTV is going to get mad at me for this because they're very defensive of their MVPs.
Yeah.
And the way they do it. But I agree. There is no reason that someone who's farming group stages against not amazing teams relative to playoff teams should get MVP when they do okay in playoffs, especially if they don't win the tournament.
Yeah. Well, getting an MVP and not winning the tournament, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me.
If it's based on group stage performances primarily, it's a little bit weak.
Yeah, considering that the majority of your games are going to be group stage.
So, yeah,
sometimes.
and everyone in the group stage is weaker than the playoff at least on traditional tournaments. I mean, think about majors and the type of teams that can show up in those group stages that are just completely garbage because of the minors. Like old school Tyloo that was so aggressive that they'd get rustled against any team that was good because their playstyle doesn't work against better teams.
Yeah.
Or like Renegades would always go 0-3.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So, Navi, I knew that they were not going to win. When they made it to playoffs, I knew that they were not going to beat FaZe. Their performance.
Video.
Yeah. If you look at the way they played against Mouse and Movistar, those being 2-1s and not being 2-0s the same way that FaZe was 2-0 up until the grand final. As soon as I saw Navi drop maps, I knew that they were not going to make it.
Yeah, FaZe came into that final having dropped like no maps yet.
Yeah.
Which was really impressive, and honestly, Navi isn't the same force they used to be.
No.
They lack that like perfect synchronization they sometimes had.
And I will say I did enjoy the final not being a 3-0.
It was
now,
pretty good.
don't get me wrong, the Katowice 3-0 was good.
Because it really didn't feel like a 3-0.
Yeah, it felt like a 4-0.
No, it felt like a 3-1 is what it felt like.
But
No,
even
five-
the 3
five and
but
one.
even the 3-1 at EPO was kind of against
Yeah,
Ents.
true.
That was kind of
a
a
weird game.
that was a boring final. I don't remember it.
Yeah, me neither. I can remember lots of things about the G2 final.
Yeah.
Because that was insane. The Ents final, I kind of forgot it happened. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. When I think about this year, I forget FaZe won Pro League out of all of them. Mostly because that final wasn't as good and the aftermath wasn't that good. Even though I did a lot of like partying for it. Like Katowice was an amazing experience because winning that with JKS was fucking nuts. The major was just an insane milestone to win. And this Cologne, completing the triplet of a major, Katowice, and Cologne, huge. Pro League I kind of forgot.
Yeah. Pro League, as of right now, for me, just serves as another IEM win for the Grand Slam.
Yeah, fair.
So I personally believe, as a FaZe fan, so definitely biased, I mean,
this is FaZe Fan TV, baby. We're all about bias.
I believe that this is a 100% FaZe era.
I'd say so, but I mean that's obvious. They won every big tournament.
Yeah, they've won every big tournament. The only ones that they haven't won were, Dallas and Blast. Oh, and the most important one, Rubet.
Oh yeah, that event was so important that even casters talk about it as a practice cup.
Yeah.
Literally, it was just online practice with money on the line.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I think that Ykinder is gonna stay on Liquid.
I don't think so.
I think he will for the money. And I think that
G2 kicked Jax.
Yeah.
They are all about that bad decision making.
Yeah, G2 removing Jackson and Lexi B. It's like, who are they going to get?
Snappy.
I don't think Ents will.
It is my understanding that G2 and Snappy might happen.
Yeah.
Not very confident on it, but I have heard about it. Like that's my like as far as I'm aware, there was conversations there, and there's a possibility, and there's like apparently people that knew about it before Ents did. This might not be real. This is not something I'd necessarily want to throw my career on the line for. I'm not gonna nail myself by saying this is gonna happen when it doesn't happen. But there is talks, or at least there were talks.
You know what roster switch kind of did, catch me by surprise.
Which one? The Dexter Doji?
Yeah.
Honestly, not shocked. Not that many teams need Dexter.
Yeah,
How many of the good teams have Alpers already?
I just didn't expect Mantu to just be dropped like that.
Yeah,
especially when they have Valde and Nico just sitting on the bench, and it's like they'll put those guys in the bench, but then they'll just remove Mantu.
Astralis. Here's the thing, Mantu's resale value, even though he's okay upper, nowhere near Danish players. The Danish scene is stupid in terms of the money that they'll pay for players sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good chance you'll see Nico and Valda get bought out for good money. I don't think anyone really needs Mantu. Think about how every good team right now has an upper that's very good or doing a job, except for Astralis. And Astralis are the odd one out because they want Device.
Yeah.
Or, well, Device wants them. Device has wanted them since, I think, the end of last year.
Yeah.
And I think everyone knows it except for Astralis. I have no idea why that deal hasn't happened yet. It feels like it's been in the making for a while.
Jeez. Device has... Let's see. When did he join?
I think October 2021.
He joined...
Can you take a wild guess, by the way? Who had the highest rating in the final?
Brokey.
Yeah, and Electronic together.
And Electronic, yeah. So he has been with them since April of 21. All right.
April. Oh wow, he's been
and
with them for
he
a lot
has
longer than I
been,
thought.
and he spent up until January with the actual team. Like January.
In October, he started looking. Oh, sorry, no. December was when Lucas, I think, tweeted about him going back to Astralis.
Yeah, well, since January of 2022 is when he's been just sort of...
Interesting timing that. A couple days later, him, disappearing after it became public knowledge that he wanted to go back to Astralis.
Well, I mean, then there's the whole, thing with...
Alright. I'm going to absolutely libel myself and others in this, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. Device is a absolute censored for doing what he did to Nip. Him saying it's for personal health is entirely understandable, and I completely think esports should have a bigger focus on the way we deal with players' health. But what Device is doing is a piss take on Nip. And I feel bad. I don't necessarily have that much sympathy for NAP as an org, because of all the shit they've done with the Nothing and PayPal incident and all of that, and the stickers stuff even recently. But him saying personal health, and then grinding 20 hours on FaZe a day, and doing fuck all while it's public knowledge he wants to leave to go back to Astralis, is stupid. We all know he left because he wanted to go with his girlfriend that then cheated on him or whatever the fuck happened, allegedly. Device, you are alright? He won't ever see this, and this might come back to haunt me, but I don't care. This is such a fucking stupid situation to be in. Allegedly, on all of that, but still. Fuck that entire thing. NIP got ripped off, and when the Device's contract ends, he's gonna go back to fucking Astralis. It's gonna happen. Alright? His personal health, very sensible thing for him to have to take care of. Very sensible. It makes complete sense. Like I said, esports really should take more care of that. Players' wrists are going, mentals going. The whole reason Astralis burnt out was because of burnout, obviously, right? It is time for him to get a grip of himself. Either say you're gonna come back to NIP or say you won't, because what he's holding that org by the balls. He's squishing them like he's in Demon Cop. All right, that's reference no one's gonna get. Actually that's probably a wrong reference. Who cares? Fuck all of that. Anyway, that was my Device rant. I know one of my friends is gonna really appreciate that, and I know that someone's gonna advise me to cut that out. I might get in trouble. Who cares?
Who cares?
Fucking, oh, it pisses me off.
We need more NA events.
Do we though? The only NA event we had was a fluke win.
Well, it's Dallas, but we need more NA events, dude.
We're 100% for bad wins.
You know what they should do, all right? I think
I am Amsterdam.
that they should take. No, I think because of the sheer amount of games played in Europe, I think the team should take a 2-month period to come and play in the U.S.
Disagreed. Fuck America. We don't need more events in NA.
We need more events in NA, and it is the only way that you are going to get your Tier 2 and Tier 3 and Tier 4 teams in the U.S. to get some actual good fucking practice.
Look, I am all fine for ESL Challenger events to be more prevalent than NA, and even have NA-only events. I am all up for New York to come back. I want New York to come back. That event was great fun. And I want E-League to come back because they did good events in Atlanta. But I don't need NA to be a huge part of the calendar for everyone because I don't think it's going to do what you hope it will. Because I think EU teams will still roll.
Oh, I don't care about EU teams rolling. I just want more events here in the US.
I honestly would love, instead of big tier 1 events, bring a bunch of the ESL's challenger events to NA. That's what will really help that scene. Like, and invite all of the little teams that are doing good at like Mythic League and shit like that. Because give them a chance to prove themselves. Invite a couple of the big teams, maybe some of the 17 EG teams they have now. Invite a couple of those. Invite like.
But we need more tier 1 events here.
Yeah, but 2-3 a year is enough. If you want to really develop tier 2, challenge.
We don't have. We've only had one.
Yeah, okay, but that was because this year has been different. Usually we had 2 or 3.
But I don't think that there's going to be another one in the second.
We can hope.
Second half.
Ultimately, there should be. I will say that there should be 2 or 3, probably close to each other. Maybe you go Rio, then you go back in A, something that isn't as bad scheduling wise. But challenger events is really what NA needs for development, more than tier 1 events. Because the fan base is pretty much there.
I mean,
it's not as good as it maybe was during Cloud9 domination era. In Cloud9 domination era, I mean, when they were good for 3 weeks.
I just think that we need more events here in NA because everything is so localized in Europe for tier 1.
Part of it will have definitely been COVID though, last year.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I understand it, but I still think that NA is sort of thrown to the side and ignored. Same thing with like Oceania. I think that there should be at least one event.
Bring back Sydney.
More than likely, yeah. Bring back Sydney. And it's like, I understand that there's so much already on the calendar.
I think they're doing a challenger event in Melbourne. I think. Yeah, there is. There's also one in North America, but it's more like league instead of an event, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, it's like so far right now on the, for after the player break, the first event is going to be Blast Fall Groups. Yeah, Fall Groups. And then immediately after that's over, you have Pro League Season 16.
Which, weird that it's back already, but yeah.
Well, Pro League always starts at the very...
I know,
it's always at the very beginning.
It feels very quick.
And then after that, you pretty much... So after October, you have...
Major?
Wait, no. August, September, October. Okay, wait. Yeah, jeez. Pro League stretches so long.
Yeah, because it's Pro League.
Yeah, it stretches for so long. It stretches...
September, I
2
think
months.
September will have a tier.
Well, a full month. All right, September has for tier 1 nothing.
I think
and then in October, you have nothing for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then you have well, you know what they're probably.
Speaking of October,
you know what?
ESL Challengers Rotterdam. If you want to say hi, say hi. I'll be there I think the entire event.
You know what's probably going to happen in September? The Rio place to get into Rio.
Yeah, the qualifiers.
Qualifiers for the major will probably be in September.
Yeah.
And then
weird that it hasn't been scheduled properly.
Yeah, because you see Challenger stage in the actual event.
Weird. That should probably be on there already, unless they're still working on it.
And about the majors, I am somebody who believes that the the team that won, like the champions, should be invited. And the team,
agree.
I think that they should at least get a Legends position, and second place should either get a challenger or a contender, but with the option of getting up to a Legends. Like if they go to the qualifiers and get up to a Legends, they have Legends. But they can choose to skip the qualifier and just go straight to challenger or contender.
That's fair.
Because obviously, if they made it to the final of a major, they're good enough to.
Second place because we have had plenty of fluke finalists. And but winner should definitely be invited.
And
I have
then
no idea when it isn't the case.
you know, it's funny, man. Blast is just punching the air every time that FaZe wins the tournament because now they have 3 empty slots at the World Final.
It's fucking insane how FaZe have dominated so hard when Blast needs qualifying spots.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'll be at Premier Fall Final, so also come say hi to me there.
All right.
There is an interesting little period in October where the major qualifiers will probably be, but I feel like actually no, not I mean September. In September. September is what I mean. I mean September where the major qualifiers will probably be. And there's like only 2 tier 2 events. I have no idea why it's this thin. I expect we will see some announcements in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah.
Also, Blast apparently hosting one of the 2023 majors as far as I'm aware. Gonna double check my sources on this. Hold on. I don't have confirmation, but I was told this and I saw an article kind of mentioning it. So.
Yeah. Also, have you seen the whole Champion of Champions tour thing?
No.
It was on HLTV 2 days ago.
What? I sometimes I miss things.
Yeah, it's like so it says.
Oh yeah.
The online regional stage of 3.4 million, 18 month. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Circuit kicks off in August.
What the fuck? There's fuck all information about this.
Yeah, it starts in. Yes, it starts in 2022. So yeah, South America in August, North America in September, and then
Real
you
life
have.
for a moment.
Yeah, it is what is this? Who are these people?
I have no idea, but if there's enough money, they'll do it, Rubat style. Let's hope their production is better than Rubat. All right, because we're approaching the hour mark, let's finishing remarks. Anything important we need to talk about before we close out?
Other than FaZe is the undisputed #1 team in the world, and we're definitely in a FaZe era.
Hold on. Let's just say, can we talk about how wild it is that one player change has changed this team this much? One player got switched, and this team went from to undisputed #1, dominating all the big tournaments. It's insane.
Yeah. I think that the main issue that FaZe was having with Olaf is Olaf has not had the drive or the passion to grind.
He doesn't stay hungry. He doesn't devour.
He hasn't had the
Honestly,
he hasn't wanted to be that good. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure he has.
I'm throwing no shade.
I don't think he. Oh, of course not. He is. Forever will be my favorite player.
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to talk shit about Olaf. I'm trying to talk praise on Robs.
Yeah, I just think that Robs is more motivated than Olaf was towards the end.
Robs fits better. Is the main thing.
Yeah, well, you have Robs who's always been, that lurker supporter style, and then you had Olaf who, when he joined FaZe, took over that position because he used to play what Rain Twist play now.
I have my suspicions, and this is not something that I've had confirmed, that the way Kerrigan implemented Olaf when he came back is very much in preparation of Robs. Because it's kind of insane how well Robs has slid into some of the roles, and Twist has taken the only other ones that Robs.
It's Kerrigan.
Yeah, I think Kerrigan kind of was aware of what was going to happen here. I think before Kerrigan knew before FaZe did. Honestly, there's no way that Robs was going to take a deal on any other team. This I know for sure. As far as he did not care.
Well, I mean, look at Twist. Twist wasn't going to join any team that was. Twist was looking at Mouse originally. Yeah. Until they found out that Kerrigan was going to FaZe.
For sure. Everyone that's smart wants to play with Kerrigan. Kerrigan is so good for people's career because he will find the way to play you. That's the difference between Device and Glaive and Kerrigan for me. Glaive needs the people to fit in his system. Kerrigan will make a system with what he has, and he will know what the roadmap is and make that team work long term. He's more like a football manager than he is an in-game leader in some terms. He does the work that coaches do as an IGL. That's why Robat isn't the same type of coach that Blade is. Robat is there for team morale. He keeps up the spirit more. He's very good at keeping Kerrigan on his toes, but he's more so he's there for the team spirit. That's why they could win a major with Eddie.
Yeah.
Robin is a huge addition to the team. Don't get me wrong, but he does more of the manager type.
I mean,
role.
Robin is why they won Cologne. He's the one who did call Canada. So
That didn't Twist say come Canada? Or was
No,
Twist
no,
the one that
he-
said let's do it again?
no, that's what Canada is. Canada is those 2 rounds.
Yeah. That's no. Canada.
But
Canada did a single round strat and then they called it again.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's,
I thought,
well,
so what I
but
heard
Robin is the one. Robin is the one who told. Who, apparently, from what I saw, Robin is the one who called it.
He's a very smart man. He was a great IGL in 1.6. Or, yeah, he was a great IGL at 1 point. I think that having him as the outside view, very useful in tight games like against Navi. But
Oh yeah.
ultimately, Kerrigan's the one that does most of that work. Robin is more of a manager. That's why also he switched the manager position when YNK took over. Because ultimately that was what he was doing for a big part. And having him with Kerrigan is a very good balance. I think we'll see Kerrigan, if he ever quits FaZe, become the coach of the team. When he retires, he'll become the coach of FaZe, and Twist will maybe take over IGLing. Or he'll get someone in as a
Or
successor.
Brokey.
I think Twist might take it.
Yeah.
I don't think Brokey wants the IGL spot. More than
Honestly,
Twist is destined for it.
I think FaZe is one of those teams that eventually will peel away from having a dedicated IGL.
And have everyone be the IGL like Navi does.
Sort of.
Can I just talk about how right I was about Electronic? Because he
Uh,
fucking called jack shit during that final. On Nuke, Simple was the one doing the fucking calls. He was the one that was like talking in timeout for a bit during the existence timeout they did. He was the one that was discussing things. Everyone who says Electronic is a fracking IGL does not understand the type of fraud that Electronic is committing.
Yeah, you can't compare Electronic to Hampus.
Felix, I'm talking about you. Felix. He DM'd
That's
me
when-
like, you forgot about Electronic when you're talking about fracking IGLs. I'm like, he isn't the real IGL. I said that in the podcast. He was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can't. Honestly, I think Hampus is by far the best fragging IGL right now.
It's Kerrigan, obviously, bro. Alright, hot take
Alright,
though. I think in the next 2 years, Kerrigan steps down as FaZe player. He goes into the coach position. Roban becomes the manager. FaZe sign whoever is useful for them at that point, and then Twist takes IGL, and Rain leads.
They bring back
all.
Olaf. Woo!
No. Honestly though, who would FaZe get at that point? I mean, maybe we don't even know this player exists at this point.
Exists, yeah.
Or ABO
I don't know.
probably.
Or maybe we'll just
Maybe
ask
it
Nico.
will probably be one of the Mouse NXT players.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll ask Nico. Nico brought us Brokey, so we'll just ask Nico.
Yeah, but he also
and then-
brought BMAS, and that didn't go that well.
Well, I mean, BMOS is doing all right. You know,
He should
He-
probably
he-
be removed.
he was also like 16 years old when he joined.
Maybe it'll be
FaZe.
Jim Fat. We don't know. Maybe it'll be Sui. We don't know. We'll see. I'm very curious.
Maybe it'll be a Liege.
Oh.